Hello students, welcome to Physics Parsala. Today we'll cover the remaining part of that significant figure, that is our part 2. Already we had covered what are the rules to find out significant figure, how to do rounding of significant figure, and how to do arithmetic operation on significant figure, that part multiplication and division of different quantities to get the final significance of the result. That means to find, already you have studied, to get significant figure of resultant quantity, that is a multiplication or division of two different quantities. If we have significant figure for individual quantities, then we can find out significant figure of resultant quantity, and the rules, steps and rules already were covered. Now we'll study to find out significant figure of resultant quantity, and that quantity is either addition or subtraction of two quantities. That means in that case, suppose we have quantity 1 and we have quantity 2. We have already significant figure for this quantity 1, suppose 1.34, and we have quantity 2, 2.32. Then, and this is our resultant quantity. Now we have to find out what is the significant figure for this resultant quantity, that is the arithmetic addition of these two quantities. In addition and subtraction, rule says will refer to its least decimal place. Suppose one is 3, 4, 5. Here decimal place is here 3. Here decimal place is 2. That means our reference will be referred. A reference quantity is the quantity having lowest decimal place. That is, this is the quantity of reference. Here up to 2 decimal points this quantity or number has. Now this will be used in the result. That means result will have up to 2 decimal places. Then have steps. One says we'll do normal algebraic addition or subtraction. Then we'll get some value. We'll do, let us add here 2.32. It will become 5, 4, 2, 6, 3, 3, 6, 3. In result, it would be 3.665. Now, will be referring to list decimal place number decimal places. List decimal number is Q2 and its decimal place is 2. That's up to result. Also, result will contain decimal places up to 2 places. In that case, this will be our drop. Then we'll do rounding off. Rounding off. For rounding off, we know what are the steps. Identify DD, identify PD, identify FD, check DD. If it is less than 5, no change in PD, PD, no change. If greater than DD is greater than 5, PD will be increased by 1. And this, if it equal to 5, what will do? We'll again check PD. Check PD. That means here it is our DD. This is our PD. Now this rule says if DD is equal to 5, check FD. If FD is non-zero, then increase PD by 1. Check if FD is nil, no, like here, no number is here, there's no FD. In that case, check PD. If PD is odd or PD is even. If PD is even, no change in PD. PD, no change. If odd, PD will be increased by 1. Here, PD is 6, even. That means there is no change. The final result will be 3.66. The result will be is dropped. Final result will be 3.66. Summarizing, can write down the steps for arithmetic operation of addition and subtraction of significant figures. Step 1 says first we'll do normal algebraic addition or subtraction and get the result. Then identify the number with lowest or least lowest decimal places. Number with lowest decimal places. Number 3 is find decimal places for this lowest decimal place number. That means lowest decimal place number is identified. Once it is identified for this number, what will the decimal place we have to note down, and this will be applied or used in result. Before that, we will do rounding off. Do rounding off of the algebraic result. The result we have got after normal algebraic operation of addition or subtraction. In that result, we will do rounding off. Already rounding off steps we have discussed. Then after rounding off, we will get the final result. In that step 3 says find the decimal places for this lowest decimal place number and apply or use it in algebraic result. That means in that algebraic result we'll find out uh, we'll find out the dropped digits. In rounding off, what we will be doing? In rounding off, we will identify dropped digit or identify followed digit, identify preceding digit. All these digits will be identified once dropped digit is identified in that algebraic result. Once rounding off is done, then we will get the final result or final answer. This is the answer for the questions. We'll do certain examples. Let us discuss some examples. In this, let example 1, we have 3 numbers that will be added. First number has decimal place, 2 decimal place, 1, 2. Second number has 2 decimal place, whereas third number has 1 decimal place. Step 1 says what to do the algebraic addition. We have done it. Second, step 2 says we have to identify the number having lowest decimal places. Here lowest decimal place is 1 and this is the number. In this number, lowest decimal place is 1. This one you will be used in result. This will help us. Then step 3 says we have to do rounding off. Once we found out this lowest decimal place and we have used here, this will help us to do the rounding off. In rounding off, first step is to find out the drop digit. In result, we will have only 1 decimal place. That means it says Our DD is 4. In rounding off, we found DD is less than 5. PD, this is our PD. PD will be modified if it would be more than 5. Once it is less than 5, no change. Then here matter ends, we'll get the final result. Final result will be 3.9. Here 4 is dropped. Final answer is 3.9. In multiple answers, it may give 3.94, 3.9 or some other two. This will be correct one. Suppose we have another example. We have three numbers. First step says we have to do normal arithmetic, normal algebraic addition. We have done it, found it. Then step 2 says we have to find out the number having lowest decimal place. Here decimal place 1, 2, 3. That means this is the lowest decimal place 1 and the number is this one. We'll use this lowest decimal place here. That's only 1. After this decimal point, 1 digit will be allowed. Rest will be dropped. Here drop digit is 0. Again, once drop digit is less than 5, there is no change in PD. Then get the final result. Final result is 17.9 and after 9 those digits are dropped. This is the final answer. We'll have one more example. We'll take one example from this NCR exemplar solution given by Orient publication, but we will find in this question number 2 says the sum of the numbers 436.32, 227.2 and 0.301 in appropriate significant figure is answer option 1. Option A is 663.821. Option B is 664. Option C is 663.8. Option D is 663.82. In his answer in this book says answer is 664 and B. Whereas answer is should be C 663.8. You can try yourself using the steps and rules given. Will come to know yes, answer in this book is not correct. The answer which will find out will the correct one. You can try yourself. Once we will add these three numbers, we'll find as per our steps. Step 1, we have to do normal algebraic addition. We'll get 663.821. Then we have another steps. Step 2 says we have to find out lowest decimal place and decimal number. lowest decimal place here, here decimal place 3, here decimal place 1, here decimal place 2. This is the lowest decimal place, and this decimal place 1 to be applied here. This will remain, rest will be dropped. That means this is not the correct answer. A is not there. Now we have to do round off before getting the final one. We'll go for rounding off. Rounding off of the algebraic result. In rounding off, we have to follow the steps. Then step 1 says identify drop digit. Here drop digit is 2. Next step says find out PD. Next step says find out FD. Here PD is 8, FD is 1. Next step says check DD. Check DD. If DD is greater than 5, then change PD by 1. If DD is less than 5, no change in PD. No change. No change in PD. Now, this in our case, this is the DD, and DD is less than 5. Hence, in our case, DD is 2 and that is less than 5. Hence, there will be no change in PD and our result will be 663.8. 663.8. For this question, MT has given the correct answer. Here the question is same NCERT exemplar. Arithmetic addition of given numbers 436.32, 227.2, 0.301, and answer is after doing normal algebraic addition, it became 663.821, and now the answer became 663.8, and choice is C. Here in the red question, this is the NCERT examiner problem. This is question number 2. Answer is C. C is your 663.8. Here answer has been explained why it is 66.3. Yes, 663.8. And this is the correct answer. In that NCR examiner, Orient has given answer B, that is It may be printing mistake or some error. Answer will be C. In our next class, we'll do a number of examples so that we'll have a number of practice. With this, we could cover our significant figure. Let us summarize what we have covered in significant figure. We have covered what is significant figure. Significant figure is all certain digits, certain or reliable digits in our measurement plus one uncertain or unreliable uncertain digit. This will constitute our significant figure. Why we are using significant figure? To find out accuracy in our measurement. The significant figure will be more larger. That means larger significant figure indicates more accuracy, or our result is more accurate. More accuracy in result. To improve the accuracy, we will do rounding off. We will do rounding off. Now, in significant figure, we have studied what are the rules to find significant figure. Rules to find significant figure. We have done rounding off of significant figures. Then we have done arithmetic operations. That's our multiplication, division, addition and subtraction. Multiplication and division of different significant figures to get a final significant figure. Same addition subtraction of different significant figure or significant figure of different measurements to get the final significant figure or result. In multiplication or division, we have taken as lowest significant figure as the reference. In addition subtraction, we have taken lowest decimal place as reference. That means the number having lowest significant figure has taken a reference for multiplication and division, whereas number having lowest decimal places taken as a reference for addition and subtraction of numbers. Then in rules we had rule 1. Rule 1 says all non-zeros are significant. Rule 2 says zeros between non-zeros or significant digits are significant. Or says trailing zero for only decimal number is significant. Fourth says all leading zeros. Leading zeros are not significant. That means all initial zeros, starting zeros are not significant, whether it is non-decimal or it is decimal number. Irrespective of number, whether it is decimal number or non-decimal number, all leading zeros are non-significant. It is non-significant. These three cases only significant, and another rule you can say fifth is exponential component or 10 to the power some value component is not considered for find out significant figure. That means if the result has some value n into 10 to the power x, only this value numeric value will give the significant figure, and this 10 to the x will not be considered. Will for this number we will find out significant figure of this n, that will be significant figure for that number. We'll have 2, 3, 4, 5 rules. Then during rounding off we have done during rounding off we have used different steps. Step 1 says first we have to identify drop digit, followed digit and preceding digit. DD, FD and PD. Then check DD. In this checking DD, if we have three cases, if DD less than 5, if DD greater than 5, if DD equal to 5, if DD is less than 5, PD no change. No change of PD. Simply drop this DD. If greater than 5, PD will be increased by 1. Then drop this DD. If DD is equal to 5, we have two cases. Check FD. If FD is greater than, if FD is non-zero, that means greater than 0, then in that case PD will be increased by 1. If it is, if FD is, same, check FD. If FD is 0 or nil, no value, in both case check PD. One case 1, if PD is even, no change in PD. No change in PD. If PD is odd, then PD will be modified, or it will be increased by one number. And this DD will be dropped in all cases. This is the rounding off. And third one is arithmetic operation. Arithmetic operation of significant figures. Case 1 is multiplication and division. Case 2 is addition, subtraction. For multiplication, division, we have certain steps. For addition and subtraction of significant figures, we'll have steps to find the final answer. In multiplication, we steps are: number 1, we'll do normal, algebraic, multiplication or division, and get the result. Identify number with lowest significant figure. And apply this in algebraic result. Now we'll do rounding off using this lowest significant figure in algebraic result. Rounding off done by identifying the drop digit. Done by identifying DD. Then we'll get final result as answer. For addition subtraction, again same, we'll do normal algebraic addition or subtraction of these numbers. Identify the number with lowest decimal places. And apply or use the same, use this in above result in algebraic result. Fourth is rounding off done. by identifying drum digit. Then we'll get the final result as answer. In next class, we will have a number of examples for our practice. With this, let us we have covered significant figure.